Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the latest edition of the Nightcap. I'm your host, Aiden White, along with Matthias Schwarzkopf. Matthias, how's it going?
Good. I don't know if we need to worry about us anymore. We got four gentlemen here waiting to just spill the beans right now.
Some ISU legends here.
So bring them in, man.
So we got Nate Schuster, Carter Boothe, Nate Jenkins, and Rasir Boltn. Guys, how's it going?
Good.
It's going great, man.
So where we Nate, I feel like you're gonna be piloting this ship here. So
Me?
yeah,
Don't give
I
him
mean,
that.
I feel like you're gonna be like leading us down the path here of some crazy whack ass stories. You guys were kind of previewing some earlier.
Schuster
I
hours.
don't know where you guys want to Schuster hours.
8 hours.
Where do we want to start?
Prime 8 hours.
I mean, we could really start anywhere. I mean, I'm sure we got some good practice stories. Depends on where. I mean, I got some good ones about, remember the wrestling singlet? That's one to start. We could talk about that one practice too, or it was just chaos.
Who, me?
No, we're not talking about that practice with Hobbs.
That guy.
I'm not sure. I mean, what questions do
you want to rip the monkey off the back and talk about 2 and 22?
Yes, let's do it. Fire some stuff at us.
All right. How? I mean, just let's talk about it. I guess it's not a great season, obviously, and then in COVID year, nobody's there to watch. Really, I mean, there's people in the stands, but there wasn't like 14,000 that we're really accustomed to at Hilton. But I mean, just dealing with that, and then obviously not so great of year. I mean, what was it like behind the walls? I guess anything. I mean, I'm sure it was tough, but I mean, how do you keep showing up to practice and games and things like that, week after week, and knowing that you're struggling, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak for everyone in here, but like, it was tough. I mean, it was depressing waking up for something that was like 7 a.m. where it was just like, I don't know how much benching 185 pounds 5 times for 10 sets is really going to help me. And, I mean, the good part is like some of the games we were competitive in. Like we played Baylor good twice and West Virginia good twice, but then like towards the end, it just kind of got out of control. And there was a few practices where like, the coaches would meet upstairs for like, I don't know, remember those for like an hour or two, and we would just like sit around and just honestly at that point we're just fucking around.
Really?
It was like we were like 220, like whenever you paid the season.
Yeah, it's long days. And of course, it's tough one.
Yeah. So I guess you're so obviously it's tough, and then I mean, were there any moments in that season, I mean, that you could even take with you the rest of the way? I mean, just something that you guys always, I mean, you guys were talking about some stuff beforehand, but just stuff you guys were going to talk about for the rest of your lives, I guess, throughout that time.
I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I thought we played Baylor pretty good. That was like at Baylor was fun.
Yeah,
that was good, I guess. But I mean, I think everybody was pretty close on that team. Like it's not like there was any like bad blood or anything. Like it wasn't like a broken locker room. It was just
right.
a bad situation. Like
Yeah,
you kind of bond over like I don't know trauma, which is kind of messed up. But they would. I mean, all of us still talk, and I like doing this right now. So I mean, it can't be that bad. It was awful for you guys to watch, but we lived it.
Yeah, you did. So I was just at my house drinking beer on the couch, so I don't know. It wasn't so bad there either.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I drank a beer on the plane back from Kansas that one time. So,
oh, damn.
So was there like kind of a point with you guys where you maybe thought that Prom wouldn't be back for, I guess, what is now this year? But
yeah, he was like having meetings with like Jamie Pollard, like I would say, I don't know, like halfway through the year, and like before practice, or like it'd be like after practice, like up in his office for like hours.
Yeah, there'd be like those Sunday conversations where we would like come in and like shoot on like the shooting machines and stuff, and they'd be up there for like the entire time we were shooting.
Damn.
So like, I don't know what they were exactly talking about, but obviously it led to something that led us to where we're not. So who knows what they're talking about? But there was like,
I mean, do they like come in at the end of the season when that move was made? And like, I mean, who tells you of that news?
Then we get like a text said like meet at Sukup like in 20 minutes. It was like 7:00 at night. We're like, oh shit, it's probably happening. And then walk in, everybody kind of just quiet as shit. And then Steve kind of gets up in front. But did Steve lead it or did it?
yeah, he got up in front first, I think, and like we didn't really know that he got. Well, we kind of assumed, but he like was talking like this is the end kind of deal, and like saying like how much he loved it and all that stuff. And he just kind of like walked off and like gave everyone like a fist bump, like walked into his office, was out, and Charles Small came and talked to us. Like, this is what's happening.
You like get the text and meet at Sukup in 20 minutes. You're like, all right, let me put my pants back on real quick.
Yeah, like a Monday. Feels like a Monday.
Let me put some clothes on quick and I'll get there.
Let me wake up.
Carter, didn't we go to Blue Out immediately after the meeting?
Sure did.
Yeah, it was just cheers, pouring out.
Closing down Blue Owl right away.
On a Monday.
Great place.
I expect nothing less.
At that point, yeah. But yeah, that was a weird moment. And then I mean, Nate, did we all go back to our place and like try to figure out who the next guy was going to be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who did you guys think it was going to be?
We all thought TJ right away.
Really?
And all you have to do is look up on Twitter, and then there's all this speculation.
Yeah.
I kind of figured it was going to be TJ because when me and Carter first got there, like JP was going to go watch while we were playing.
Yeah.
I mean, rocket science figure that one out.
Well, so 2-22 happened. Obviously, a whole new team, pretty much. Rasir, you went and took off to Gonzaga. I mean, tell us about Spokane or Spokane, however you want to say it. I was told to ask you about it.
They have great people here. I can say that. The people are great, but I mean, you know, it's like I didn't really know what it was like. It's like a city though, so I mean, it's cool. It's just small though, not too much to do.
What's it like going from Hilton? I mean, you played in front of the full crowd, obviously, before COVID, but I mean, going from there to playing in like, I'm going to whiff on the arena name there, but I mean, it's not like Hilton, obviously. It's a whole new different environment. Obviously, Gonzaga's really good in basketball, but I mean, it's a different world. I mean, what's it like going from Ames, Iowa up into Washington?
I mean, it was cool. Like this gym is cool because it's like it sells out, but it is smaller than Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the feel of it kind of feels more like a big high school game in a way, because the way the arena's kind of set up. But I mean, going from Ames to Spokane is definitely, you know, it's definitely different. You know, I mean, Ames is more like kind of country, and then Spokane is kind of more of a city. But I mean, the West Coast is really laid back. So I mean, you know, it's a cool place.
Don't have to worry about corn farming out there at all.
It's a bunch of junkies over here.
So where do we want to? I mean, we kind of touched base over the 2-22 and all that stuff. I mean, how do we want to lead down the path? I mean, you like I said, you guys were hinting at some crazy stories, so fire away. I wasn't with you guys, so I mean, this is your platform to just Swear if you want. Say what you want.
What are you guys thinking? Off the top of your head.
I'm going off you, dude.
All right. I'll tell the singlet story right now.
Go ahead.
So I forgot what year it was, but we shared a locker room with wrestling. And that was at Hilton. I think we got done with practice, and I was just looking through my locker, and I saw like there was like 3 wrestling singlets in there. And I've never wrestled in my life. I don't know anything about wrestling, but I thought it was hilarious. So I put it on, and I was like running around and shit. I did like a whole workout in this wrestling singlet. There's like a video of all this shit out there. I know
It was too small.
It was too small.
You only had one strap on the shoulder. The other one was off.
Yeah, it was like the Big Show. But there's a video out there. Someone has it of me shooting, and it's just awful. Like I was trying to shoot, you know how like not to be offensive to wrestlers, but wrestlers can't shoot basketballs. Wow. So just trying to do little like these jump shots.
That's crazy. You don't think
making an objective statement, but
wow.
Yeah, we could probably. God, someone's got to have the picture of that. But I know Prince might have looking like an idiot. See if we can get that one up.
Let me see.
You just trashed a bunch of wrestlers. Now they're gonna murder you in your sleep tonight.
I know.
That's
David.
That was only Schuster that said that though. So
yeah, just
there is video evidence. We can narrow down who did it.
Just him.
I'm pretty sure I was trying to take down Mike in the locker room.
You were trying to arrest people,
and Micah was in there too. He was like, "Why are you wearing that?"
It was in the locker, dude.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Oh, here it was.
Mike Jacobson was still there, so probably.
Okay. I don't know if y'all can see this thing.
That video right there.
Look at this is him showing his stance.
Hey, I could work for was it Monday Night Raw? I'd be bad. It's the guy that gets the shit kicked out of him.
Hey, if Pat McAfee can make it in the WrestleMania, you could.
Goddamn right.
He's got more moxie than I do.
As of now, there's still time.
There is still plenty of time, Schuster. Plenty of time.
Yeah, we could set up a match. You and like Stone Cold, crack open a few beers, and you get Stone Cold Stunner real quick. You know, well, light work.
I think that hurts. I really don't know. It looks like it could hurt.
That's the thing with like all that WWE stuff. You don't know if it does hurt or not because it's scripted, but you're like, that feels like it would hurt.
Yeah.
Fake wrestling.
That's
what
real.
Do you mean it's real?
It's real. That is real.
What are you thinking, Aiden? When you look like you had something?
Yeah. So, what does the recruiting process look like for a walk-on at Iowa State?
Ooh.
You can leave the now.
Thanks for stopping by, Rob.
I don't know. Was it different for all of us? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, probably.
You guys can go first. I feel like I just gave away too much information about myself.
I guess I'll go. I guess. For me, I guess it was just like just playing AAU stuff like that. You know, traveling, and then like one day, my junior year, I was at the airport. We were in Atlanta after we had played, and I had like bumped into Coach Kane, who was on the staff at the time. He just asked me about like schools and stuff. And then I never ended up getting an offer from any of the schools. So then my high school coach had like emailed him, and then he had reached out to me, and then I was able to walk on.
So I played under Jake Sullivan, who used to play Iowa State.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's my coach at Kingdom Hoops for a couple years. So that's kind of like my connection to Iowa State, and kind of like at the end of my senior year, he's kind of asking me about schools, like what schools are reaching out to me and stuff, and my high school head coach was cool with Jake Sullivan as well, and like so they were talking, and they kind of got in touch with like Steve, and then he had me reach out to Steve too, and Steve was like, yeah, like come meet with me when you come out here for orientation. So me and my dad walked in there, and then he offered me a walk-on position. Shout out Steve.
Steve.
Oh,
What about you, Nate?
For me, it was my trainer was like he used to work with like Mike Taylor from back in the day and Donovan Jackson, so he had some connections to Iowa State to begin with, and just didn't really get offered out of high school. And my trainer hit up D-Rob, and I had to like do all this stuff and like some all that paperwork and all that garbage. I'm sure you guys had to do that too, where you like put all your grades and stuff in there.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Oh well, then I guess maybe I'm just a complete idiot.
Nah, they're preferred.
Yeah, I was the last option. So, I was like, oh sure, this guy, we'll just give him a shoe. But yeah, and then I kind of did the same thing that Carter did. I drove down to Ames one day and talked to Steve, and he offered me the walk-on spot, and I took it, but I didn't really know anything about it until I was almost out of high school, so I was kind of desperate. I had actually already committed somewhere else before I switched and did this. Worth it.
And it led you to this podcast.
Yeah.
That was the end goal.
So, Rasir, how did you get to Iowa State?
Coach Small like flew to Virginia, like came to eat with me and my family, and then Prom called me on the phone. Then they were just telling me how like most of the team was leaving, and they had Reese there, and they were kind of trying to fill the scoring spots. Then I came out and took a visit like late May or something. Then I ended up committing.
Did you take any visits anywhere else when you went to Gonzaga at all?
No, I didn't take any visits. There was a lot of Zoom calls though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably, I guess it was still kind of COVID time then, I guess, but
Yeah.
so was it like Gonzaga is one of the top, I guess. I don't know how tough of a choice was it between after Iowa State choosing between Gonzaga and some of the others? Was it really a tough choice, or Gonzaga just seemed like the natural go-to?
At first, like when the recruiting when we had that talk with TJ and he had like told us to leave, like I was kind of just wanted to go home. So I was really looking at Georgetown at first, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And then something like didn't work out, or they like didn't have a scholarship or something. So then I was looking on, and Gonzaga called me. So then it was Gonzaga, LSU, Arkansas, and those are the main three. And then it was like LSU, Arkansas, I could kind of go to the SEC and kind of let it rip, or go to Gonzaga and kind of be with a a good program. They were just undefeated, so went with them.
So do you have one more year of eligibility left that you can use?
Yeah, I do.
Gonna use
it? You gonna break some news here?
I don't know yet. My answer.
When do you have to let somebody know by then when you want to use it or not? Is there like a time frame on that?
I could just declare. It's just like I could declare for the draft, and if I sign with an agent and want to keep my eligibility, they have to be NCAA certified.
Okay.
Yeah, or if I just sign with a regular agent, then I give up my eligibility. So
gotcha.
Don't put out an official like statement though. Like just have like it written in your notes.
Don't post it.
No, post the notes. Not like
yeah, like a screenshot of your app.
Okay. All right. That's more.
Not like an edit. You know how people got the edits?
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, like Schultz does the edits and all that crap. Don't do that.
Just do like your notes.
Yeah.
we want to look like you just did it and just posted it.
Yeah.
I did this 3 minutes ago.
Leave like one like error though. Like you could see it. Like one misspelled word.
Like a George Condit.
George Condit tweet. I got an album of those on my phone.
Like have it like you were just driving down the road texting
in
your phone, like, and then you didn't look over it and just post it.
You're just like, I think this is what I want to do.
I just made this decision going down the freeway in Washington over here, and now I'm going to do this.
Just not adding S's to plural words and stuff
I
like that.
flipped the coin.
That's tough. I might flip a coin. Might go on live and do it.
If it lands on its side, you got to transfer back.
What would the that would be the odds? If it lands on its side. We got some open spots.
No. We might make it. Me and Jenks might make a return.
I got some eligibility left too.
We got some open spots up here. We need some players.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Running back.
The Phoenix.
Hey, your coach called me.
I mean, it's like whatever. Like if you want to play here.
Gonna get busy.
I mean,
You
yeah,
want to play here? We'll let you play.
we can make it happen. Like all you have eligibility left too, and like we need players. Like
I the Rock though, fam.
no.
Their offense play stuff.
Huh?
None of their offense play. I need like KD.
No.
Yeah.
No. Maybe in like late shot clock, but
Early shot clock. 28 seconds ISO.
cool, man. Like we gonna argue in the locker room then. Hey, bro, did you see me? I was open.
No, bro. It's not about you.
Hey, have you guys gone to a game at Texas Tech yet?
Uh-uh.
Oh
You
god.
guys need to do that.
That's awesome.
That
Give
shit
me
rock.
the down low. Why
Floor
would
was shaking.
Yeah,
When we're shaking.
when we went our first year.
Oh, that was
2020. Yeah. We had walked out.
They
and
went.
you know,
It was like Edwards and Moretti went on like a 9-0 run by themselves,
Yep.
and then Steve called like a 30 second, which was like it technically turned into a media timeout.
Yeah.
And then I remember smacking Nate because we were like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really listen to any of the huddles anyways, but I was like smoking on leg. I was like, look, and there
That
was
was the problem, bro. It
in the
wasn't lit.
background. I was like, it looks like the ocean.
Yeah. It was like we got there, they start like the 90-minute clock, and that's kind of when things go, and then teams start really warming up at 60. But we had walked out to the court, and the whole student section was full already.
Full.
Like they got
The
all
roof.
full. Like the floor was shaking, the music was so loud and all that. And then like Schuster was talking about it was a close game too for a little bit. It was like a 6-point game in the second half, and then Moretti hit a 3 or 2, and then Edwards hit a 3, and then we called a timeout. We brought it to the huddle, and like they started playing swag serve, and Schuster like tapped me. He's like look. I'm like, I looked at the whole crowd swag surfing. It's just like it's over with at that point. Like the game was over.
I think it was like 15 minutes left. I was like, yeah, no.
It's over.
But we were kind of good that year. But we still had Tyrese at that point.
They were. Remember, we were sitting there. They're like, Steve.
Their crowd is rock. Like I played with them last year. Their
They
crowd.
love Schuster.
They loved you. We even they had a Schuster sign this year when we went back.
Did they really?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about this already. I gotta find it, but
I wish I had a picture of it. Yeah, some chick said like where's number 23 Schuster or something.
The
Lubbock
Lubbock lover.
legend.
The Lubbock lover.
They moved this when they moved the student section back this year for inside Hilton. Back in like I guess like peak like George Niang, like Fred Hoiberg time, like the student section was pretty rowdy, and like Hilton could get rumbling pretty good and shaking and things like that. I mean, it's tamed off a little bit since then, but that was like in the last 20 years, that was like peak Hilton has been, and just absolutely a nut show, and just people saying whatever the hell they want. I think it's been reined in a little bit, but yeah, during that like peak Georgia Niang Kansas rivalry like time frame, that was just absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Just to even be a part of. I'm sure. I mean Texas Tech. I mean, I'm sure that seems pretty rowdy on TV too. So that'd be like one of those places you just need to go visit, I guess, and hopefully you live through it.
Right. Just
to go back to Texas Tech, the moment I knew that our season was done was when that manager took a charge on Javen last year. at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
And they played it on SportsCenter on the bus.
Top 10.
Yeah, it was like 7.
Yeah, what was it? It was senior night, was it?
Yeah, it was senior night. I'm pretty sure that kid's at Texas now. He's with Beard at Texas.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened? I guess I don't even remember that. What was that?
So it was like a student manager. It was like whoever their head manager was a senior.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out and he was wearing a jersey. I mean, the guy looked like a jelly donut, but but he comes in and he's just like, it was like 5 seconds left in the game, and Jamin was just trying to get a layup just to get numbers, and he just ran right into this guy.
Typical Texas Tech fashion, just slid in, took a charge.
Yeah,
Slid right in there, huh?
Proud. Like that was probably their best moment of the game.
That was a Texas Tech moment.
Real Chris Beard basketball. Right there.
What do you think was the moment where you guys all knew that our season was like the other teams were just like out to get us? Because for me, it was Alondas Williams with that dunk at Oklahoma. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, which year? My sophomore year?
No, that wasn't bad.
That would have been COVID.
The 222 season.
That was the year before, I think.
I remember he dunked it and it hit the ground, then it bounced up and hit the shot clock.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was our sophomore.
You got my years wrong.
Caleb was right there.
Last year, Ryan really played.
I ain't play.
Nah, remember?
Oh, because you yelled at Small.
Oh shit! Yeah, I did. He wasn't even supposed to hear me, bro. That crowd was quiet. I just hit a 3, and then we had no offense. I just hit a 3, and I came down and shot another one and missed. And he gonna tell me that's a bad shot. We need to move the ball. So I was like, "Shut up!" But the crowd was silent, so he heard me. Then Prone pulled me and was pissed. It was like, I should have benched you the whole second half. I'm like, all right, my bad, man.
Jesus.
He was hanging out by us.
Yeah, I mean,
I did find that video of the Texas Tech jelly donut taking charge. Unfortunately,
Can't find it.
Of course,
I did find it.
It was on SportsCenter. I think.
Well, I would say if you couldn't find it, just type in Texas Tech jelly donut. It might pop up.
He's wearing 30.
No, Schuster. I think I knew teams wanted to beat us last year when it was literally our first conference game against K-State, and DeJuan Gordon sitting there just stretching by himself, and all the freshmen over there like talking shit to him. Half court. And then he went out there and gave us like 15 and 12, and we lost.
It was like the only game he scored double figures all year.
Yeah, he went to work. And then that was the start.
What's another away? And Carter, you can probably chime in this too with the crowds being back this year. But I mean, even for this year, I mean, what was the most, I guess, intense away venue other than Allen Fieldhouse is Allen Fieldhouse, obviously, but I mean, and Texas Tech, which we kind of touched on, or is there any other ones that stuck out that they were just overly hostile and dumb?
Manhattan, Kansas.
The Little Apple.
Ghost.
Yeah. Go figure.
Ghost.
Yeah, their fans actually in Manhattan kind of, their student section is kind of wild, but they're like across the court, so they're not close to you. Which if they were closer, I think it'd be a better setup. That's why in Hilton, when they moved the student section back, I thought it was dumb.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, you need to make Hilton as hostile as possible, and moving it back, I don't think it helped at all. But
And one thing that sucks too is they don't have the cushion chairs anymore. It's like high school bleachers. And it's the most uncomfortable thing in the world.
Yeah, I think
we don't care about your tushy, Aiden.
Thank you.
We just want a hostile environment.
They want you standing.
Want you standing shit talking.
Yeah.
You
don't need seats.
Ted Sherman from West Virginia wanted to fight me after a game this year.
Why didn't you let him have it?
He had to be held back by his teammates.
Wouldn't that have been a phenomenal story? He gets suspended because he's fighting you.
Aiden White kicked his ass.
He wouldn't have known what hit him.
You had the high ground. Just gotta kick him.
Manhattan, Kansas is a hostile environment, huh?
Yeah. Also, I would say Baylor, just because like when we played there, like they obviously all thought they were gonna win, and like if they did, it was like the Big 12 championship for them. So it was pretty loud in there. And I don't know. I wouldn't say like Baylor. Like all the times I've been there, like it hasn't really been like a sold out crowd.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, you got the top 10 ranked team year after year, and they can hardly fill the place.
Yeah, it's weird.
If Iowa State was top 10 year after year, we'd be murdering each other just to get a damn ticket.
Yeah, for sure.
Does Baylor have the worst arena in the Big 12?
Yeah, it's just
They're getting a new one.
Yeah, the new one looks sweet too, but
That's what happens when you win every national title between two basketball.
Privatized college,
it's a good point.
money. You got that jelly donut video?
Hold on.
Damn, dude.
I feel bad because that guy could. Just,
Here we are smearing him on the podcast, and he has no idea.
He's gonna kick your ass, Schuster.
he should. I deserve.
Him and all the fans.
Yeah,
Chris
ruined
did it himself.
street cred.
They die about theirs. Remember that.
Speaking of Baylor, do you guys remember when George wouldn't sit down after he fouled out at Baylor?
yes.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're going left, right, left, right.
Like, dude, come on, George, sit down.
yeah.
I think Dion yelled at him, was like, just sit the fuck down.
Yeah. What are you
I need
doing?
to let bugs be bugs. Y'all be hating.
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah.
He's done that shit multiple times though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He loves the crowd. He loves the crowd.
Is that why he fouled out a lot?
Because he wear them.
I'm not trying to be mean. Love you, George, if you're watching this. Sorry.
Big ass LeBrons. They wear them LeBrons with the tag on them still.
Big bronze.
They say what did the tag say? Like take flight.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like spaceships.
Yeah. Those shoes are big.
Very tough.
How
very
big were
tough.
his shoes?
Solo had bigger feet, actually.
I
So,
think
Oh, it's size 17.
yeah.
17?
Solo,
Oh,
yeah.
Solo. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Solo?
Yeah. I don't think George's were like overly big, like
Nah.
14 or 15. I
Remember
think.
like a 14, yeah, 14,
Yeah.
15.
Makes me feel good about myself.
Solo would be like the guy I'm going to take in a bar fight with me. That dude's just stout.
Big guy
He
now.
built like a brick shit house. I
Yeah,
mean, he was a big dude.
He's a large human.
My greatest athletic accomplishment was putting him on his ass in a box out drill. It was like more because I just cheap shotted him, but that was the only reason why.
You got to do what you got to do to get the win.
Damn right. Especially in practice.
Dude, those 2-on-2 box out drills were hell.
You could practice for 3 hours, dude.
Well, you guys
84
have
layups.
to just do shell, play offense against you guys.
84 layups.
Oh yeah, that was the worst drill ever. That's actually a miserable drill.
You know, I think the worst part of practice was the stations. Like when we did defensive stations, like you would do wall ups for like 6 minutes. I feel like that's a long time.
Do wall ups.
Like there's only 3 people at each basket, and we're like doing wall ups for 5 minutes.
That's when we won 2 games.
Erwin, do you like closeouts? Like you do the closeouts and slide around the arc just to block our shot.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, boy. Here we go. I think we got Jelly Donut.
what's his last name? It's like Newman or something like that.
That's a rock.
Larson.
Larson.
In his bio, he has at Texas men's basketball and hashtag JUCO product.
You went to JUCO?
Hey, so this is what he does.
He had
Yeah.
to make way for this.
All right. It's coming up here. All right. Everybody can see this, right?
Oh yeah,
Young Ty.
There he is.
I am Young Taiwan.
Here we go.
One of these things is not like the other.
He did just slide right in there, no problem.
Right
Nope.
in, just natural, real natural.
He pays attention in practice.
Okay, that dude does not look like a student manager. He looks like a 30-year-old dude that just came out of a pickup game out of the rail.
They just pulled him off the streets at the Y.
Look at this. That is not a student.
He's got a receding hairline.
That is me. that is literally, he looks like my age.
It is a JUCO product.
JUCO product.
So like, he had about 30 COVID years to use up.
He had so much Bud Light after that.
Free, man. It was free too, for sure.
Hey, are you the guy who took the charge?
He probably went, but he went back to the locker room and just started shotgunning beers after that.
Yeah, Bud Light.
God damn. That dude probably wakes up in the morning, watches that clip. I did that.
Morning coffee.
I did that.
I mean, I would too.
You know, and you know what? I hear I am saying that I probably would as well. Not gonna lie.
But yeah, that's that right there. If you could put 2 and 22 into a 17-second video,
That's it.
that's what it is.
That's the highlight reel.
Yeah.
I just remember Coach Kane being so mad that we let him take a charge on us. Like he was fucking screaming at everybody. So you think this shit's funny?
I kind of did.
What else we want to touch on here? I mean, you got anything else we want to shed out to the light of the world? Any other nicknames you want to call Rasir real quick?
No, God, no.
What if we hit on? We got Rob Brook.
Razilla.
I think Rozilla was a bad one.
Razilla.
I don't even think that's like clever.
Raw Wave.
Jay Tovin.
Yeah, that's easily the worst one.
Right.
that nickname is the worst one. Like whenever I heard that, like my day was ruined when I heard that. For real.
I guess real quick, I guess we kind of touched on some bad and we touched on some random ass stories, but I guess for each one of you, what was you can even do Iowa State moment, your basketball or college, like classes, friends, whatever, or like just general things in Ames, like your number one thing for the rest of your life you'll remember about the city of Ames, Iowa State, or anything else in between. Getting drunk at tailgates does count as an answer too.
Stadium View Apartment 101.
Now that's it. That's the one.
That's
2 a.m. 2 a.m. Stadium View Apartment 101.
It is it. The Gauntlet.
Oh, let's talk about the Gauntlet.
All right, talk about the Gauntlet.
So, like last year, because of COVID, they would like drop groceries off at the apartments,
Which was
like
sweet.
Yeah, but it'd be like the same thing every week. So we just had like hella eggs for no reason. So then just like it was over winter break, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold as shit.
Yeah, it was cold as hell outside, and we were like, oh, like here's a good idea. We'll run like parking lot light to parking lot light, and we'll throw eggs at each other. But Schuster was the only one that did it.
Because everyone else was too chicken, because I got hit in the balls and I got hit in the cage.
Yeah. So he's running.
In his underwear.
He's running in his
No, they were shorts. They were just like, they looked like the runner shorts. Like
and, and neon green shoes.
They made me faster.
Jesus.
And he ran across the parking lot, and then finally, like towards the end of his run, he got hit. And he goes, ah! Ah!
It was the rib cage, and then I turned around and stopped, and then someone hit me in the balls.
So did they like keep track of you guys during like the COVID stuff? Like, I mean, obviously they probably didn't want you going anywhere because of, but was there like specific lockdown stuff that you had to follow?
Honor system.
Word.
We got tested like, what was it, like twice a week at like 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah, for no reason.
Times a week. I didn't get tested though till like January because I had got COVID in my apartment in August because I had to move out. So J. Cole, because we used to all live together, and then J. Cole transferred in, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, like, figure it out." So
Yeah,
they
walk-ons kind of get the butt.
they're like they moved me up to the apartment. So I was with Blake Henson, Darling Stone DeBar, and then Xavier.
Duber.
Yeah. So I was up there, and we had got COVID up there. So then I didn't have to get tested till like January, which was kind of nice. Just seeing these guys have to wake up at 7 in the morning and go get tested where I can stay.
He just flipped you off.
It's
Like an hour's worth of sleep, man.
Mm-hmm.
Got a commenter on Facebook that says that your gauntlet never happened if you don't have a video of it.
I'm sure I have a picture of the egg mark on my ribs.
That's crazy, Schuster. It never happened.
Yeah.
I can feel it. My right rib hurts. I only have one.
Jesus.
Now you did have like a big ass welt for a while though.
Yeah, because I remember showing Vic. I was like, "Hey, you think I'll be all right?" And like,
going for treatment for a rib bruise. How'd you get this?
I used to go in for the stupidest stuff. I remember like I burnt my hand because I was trying to like when we cut down the nets. Carter, you remember that?
Yeah.
Like we cut down the net in Kansas City freshman year, and I was trying to like burn the end of the net so it wouldn't fray. The ash fell off and like burned the hell out of my finger. Like I went to Vic for like the stupidest stuff.
I just
your,
went
back,
shit.
your back was always hurting.
Yeah, it's because I was trying to deadlift like 500 pounds.
Your back was messed up, Schuster.
Because he got in a weird lifting kick like randomly in the middle of the season.
Hey, we were losing. Might as well get jacked.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds like a good T-shirt idea. We were losing. Let's might as well get jacked.
Have it say 2 and 22 on the back.
Print the T-shirts. Let's sell them right now.
Season to remember.
This is making me look like an idiot.
I'm sitting here with you. I think I've already done plenty of that for everybody on this time, so I think you're safe. So what else? I mean, you got the gauntlet. Anything else that just sticks out from time and names? And Carter, your time's almost up. Where you? What's after Iowa State? Or do you even know?
I don't even know. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Are you gonna go work for Mountain Dew or something? Or
That'd be pretty cool, but
Bring
That's a
the
good
dude to
segue.
campus.
How'd the Mountain Dew thing get rolling?
okay, so I was like, I don't know, I was like sitting in class one day and like class is boring, whatever, and like I'm kind of on my phone, and like it said like so and so wants to send you a message, so it's like a request on like Instagram, and it says like MTN Dew. I'm like, all right, what idiot named himself Mountain Dew and wants to send me a message? So I didn't look at it, and then like I get out of class, I'm just like on my phone walking to my next class, and I was like, wait a second, like this is a blue check Mountain Dew Instagram account. So I clicked on it. I was like, oh shit, like they just DM'd me like, if you're interested, like we'd like you to be like a Dew athlete, whatever. And if you're into it, like just email this guy, whatever. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this. And then he sent me the details and like he just told me I could get paid for it and all. So I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Dew boy.
Yeah.
Dew boy.
Box full of gear too, so that's pretty cool. I'm actually handing out Mountain Dew on Friday. Here on campus.
You're still pulling the Mountain Dew plug then, huh?
Sure am, baby. Could get you free Dew.
What flavor? What flavor, bro? Like, what's up?
I don't know. I don't even know the details. These are
Spark?
shit.
It's gonna be the Spark one.
I hope.
Nah, just the classic. OG Green.
Hey, can't go wrong.
Tell them to give you a case of the Mountain Dew hard seltzers.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Out on campus.
Hey, those aren't half bad. I'm not gonna lie. They ain't
You
bad.
tried them?
Yeah, I tried.
See if that could be a sponsor for this show. We could all drink it during the show.
Drink Dew seltzer during the show. That could get dangerous.
Very dangerous.
They're all right. I mean, there could be better, but
Yeah.
they ain't the worst thing I've drank. A lot worse.
Sure.
Carter, you got to stay next year so you can get more due money.
I'm all right on that. I think my time is, it was good here, but it's time for me to move on.
So, how many games did you think that you were going to get in this year, Carter?
This year?
Yeah. Because, I mean, there are a lot of times when we started chanting, we want Boothe.
Yeah,
And it was like you and I can't remember who else on the bench would kind of chuckle. And I remember one time specifically, you like looked at whoever it was and you said, "I'm not getting in," and I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't think TJ liked that, like the chant that went on, because like he always talked to us about, it's like if you get in the game, like there's no such thing as scrub minutes here. More like if you get in the game, it's like serious. Like we're not just out there like gonna like, chuck shit up or like not run off and whatever. So it's like you gotta respect that. I just think when everyone started chanting that, it's like I don't like that. But, I thought I was getting a couple more times, but it's whatever.
So when you did get in this year, did he like tell you like you got to get out there and play hard nosed defense? Like don't like get in everybody's face. I don't care how much time's left.
Yeah,
take a charge.
I would check in and he would look at me and he's like, don't let them fucking score. Don't let them fucking score. And I'd be like, all right, I got you. And then he would yell at me again, and then I'd be like, what? And he'd be like, don't let them fucking score. And mouthing that to me across the court. I'm like, all right, yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
I have multiple times.
So Otz is a pretty intense coach, huh?
Yeah.
A little different than Prom?
Yeah, a little different. Nothing wrong, a little different, but I think we need to be different for sure. So
what were kind of the biggest differences besides, obviously being a little more intense and a little more focused on defense?
I would say, I don't know, he talks to everyone a lot. Like it was like there was more of a connection with him and all the guys, and the staff. He just really connected to everybody, and practices were definitely way more intense. I wouldn't say like in the past years it wasn't intense, but like it was intense for like an hour 45, and then like practice would end like right at hour 45. We didn't go over. We didn't go like rarely do we go under until like the end of the year, but practices were pretty like cut straight to it. When this time was up, we blew the whistle. We were sprinting to the next drill, stuff like that, which I like personally because to go in there go hard for however so long, and most guys can lose attention span within an hour. So when you're asking guys to go longer than that, I just feel like you get in there, get what you need to get done, and then move on. So I'd say that's a big difference too. So
how big? I mean, I know it's not fun losing in Kansas City the first round, but I mean, how big was that like week in between that game and going into Milwaukee? Like it seemed like it was like almost like a rejuvenation week for everybody because I mean, you guys played defense so at such a high level, and it was so intense all year long. And then going through the Big 12 Gauntlet, it just seemed like that week was like a breath of fresh air for everybody because it just seemed like when that first game in Milwaukee, it just seemed like everybody was a little more fresh.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, like we got like right back to work. Like it was no like we're just gonna take a day off. It was like we came back and we're like we're playing like live 5-on-5 for an hour, like close to an hour. Like we went right back at it. It's like we always talked about daily habits, so we did like the same stuff we were doing in the summer. We went right back at it. So I think he just tuned everybody up, and then obviously like a day before the game, we weren't doing anything crazy, but yeah, we went right back at it.
Damn. Kind of figured maybe you guys have a day off.
I mean, not really. No. I mean, we had like these active recovery days, but everyone was still in the gym, like getting like treatment and shooting and stuff. And we'd even have to lift on Sundays at 8 or 9 in the morning. So that kind of set the tone.
Well, I feel like we've asked about Iowa State coaches, but I mean, Rasir, what was it like playing for Mark Few? I mean, he's one of the legendary coaches of all time, I mean, that gotta be pretty cool playing for him.
I mean, it was cool. It was a lot different than I thought, honestly. I mean, he's really like laid back. You know, he really just kind of lets the talent kind of play. You know, he's not really too hands on. He's just more of like keep it simple. You know, don't do dumb stuff, just stuff like that. But he was really laid back for real.
Chet Holmgren, is he the real deal? He gonna NBA this year?
Hell yeah. Yeah, he was the real deal. For sure.
Okay.
He
Okay.
died.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Well, we got any final things you want to toss out? I mean, anything else that sticks out in your time in Ames?
I don't know. I mean, like everyone's gonna say the corny stuff, but like I think the people there really made my experience pretty good. Like beating these guys here, just having the times of, you know, good times when we were just hanging out in the apartment or going through those lifts that nobody wants to do. I don't know. Those are just like stuff that sticks in my mind from my time here in Ames. Just the people and guys I've met. It's been pretty awesome, I guess, even though we went through a couple rough seasons. But
Yeah.
I'm still glad for the relationships and connections I've made here. For sure.
For sure.
And you remember the dollar nights at Mickey's?
Yeah. I
remember they existed at one point.
Yeah. So,
Oh, it's great.
We got a couple questions from the comments here. Did Carter Boothe ever posterize someone in practice? Same question for other guys too.
yes, for sure. We're going at it in practice.
Who did you posterize in practice? Or who did you get posterized by?
No. I never got posterized. No.
No posterized.
I have.
I never posterized anybody in practice. No.
Who'd you get posterized by, Nate?
Cam Lard.
Oh God, I bet that was fun.
Yalla.
Yeah. Killer.
Miss that guy.
I think I got dunked on by a lot of guys, actually. I think Blake got me once. I'm just always in terrible spots.
Cam Lard, he was great. Just fell off the face of the earth there. Where's he at now? Does anybody know?
I think he's playing somewhere now.
He's playing right now. He's somewhere not in America.
No, sure.
I remember we were at, was it Hilton Madness? And it was like the first time I touched the ball for the entire scrimmage, and Cam just stole the ball from me at half court. And just dunked it. So thanks, man.
Did Prom and him like get into it every once in a while, or like, I mean, there's like fan theories out there that him and Prom like hated each other, but I mean, like,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, good to know.
Carter, do you remember the time where he showed up? We just random guess at time, 3:00 practice, let's just say. And usually that means you're dressed and ready to go. You're on the court at 2:45.
Yes.
And practice starts at 3:00. Cam's not in the building. And then I remember Steve was standing in the doorway between the gym and like where you'd go to like go anywhere else that's not the gym. So like the lounge, weight room, all that stuff. Just standing there with his arms crossed like this, just leaning on the doorway. Everyone else is practicing and Cam's not here.
Yeah.
And then he walks in at like, I don't know, 3:40.
Yeah, hella late with his Letterman jacket on.
And yeah, he's wearing like a Letterman's jacket, just whatever.
Like you think he'd be hustling into practice too, and he was just like walking.
Yeah, just like just the laziest walk ever. It was just like big dick in it. Just doesn't it.
And I'm kind of shitting my pants. I'm like, we're about to get screened.
We're gonna run for hours.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be terrible.
And did we even run? I don't think any of us ran. I don't think we ran, but Steve tried to punish him after practice. Was like, you got to give me like, I don't know, it was like 8 to 12 minutes on the VersaClimber with Link, which like for being 40 minutes late really isn't that bad.
Yeah.
fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. You can go fuck yourself. Whatever the hell he said.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then I think someone else was out too at the time, but then that was like we played Texas, like we were leaving for Texas the next day. Cam didn't travel with us. He got suspended. He got team suspended for one game. So me and Carter went to Texas instead.
Yeah, I remember that.
How many times did he get suspended?
Not as much as he probably should have. Still love the guy though.
Yeah, I love him to death. Yeah, probably not as many times as he should have.
You know, it was like the on the fan side of things, for us being on the outside, but like the Cam Lard mysteries, like you could write a book on it, just fan theories of what was going on, or like anything. Or there was like, I mean, even in wide right and natty light circles, I mean, just for like people that like you thought were really good, or like fans thought were really good, but like Prom wouldn't play them. Like there's just theories out there about why. I mean, some probably can't be explained on this podcast on live networks, but yeah, the Cam Lard mysteries is the one that always ran rampant on why. But now that we know that they hated each other as much as we assumed, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I mean, me and Carter lived with the guy too, so it was always. I mean, he's the most interesting guy I've ever met in my life.
Yeah,
He's the most what?
Interesting guy I've ever met.
Oh,
like every day was something new. It was
I
something.
learned a lot from Cam Lard my freshman year.
The first time I met him, he like just walked to me. He was like, "What's up, pussy?" Like that's how he introduced himself. Not "Hi, I'm Cam."
I remember, like, I had moved my stuff in our apartment, and like I didn't meet any of the guys yet because like I came up like a week early before I was supposed to be there. So I wanted to get everything settled in, and I put my bed in my room, and I just left my room unlocked. I didn't think anything of it, and then like I got back like to move in, like for real, and my bed mattress like wasn't in my room, and I'm like, what the heck? And so like I had we were also with Nick Weiler-Babb too. So like I texted Nick a little bit. So I like knock on his door. I'm like, hey, and he's like gaming like on Fortnite, whatever, like screaming. And then I'm like, do you by chance like know where my bed's at? And he was like, what? I'm like, my bed. And he's like, no, why would I have your bed? I'm like, well, it's not there. And I put it in there like last week. He's like, go ask Cam. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. And like I never met Cam before. And then he's like screaming in his room as he's like playing Fortnite, like super intense, whatever. And like I knock on the door and like he won't answer because he can't hear me. So I walk in and then like he's like, he's got his shirt off, headset on, screaming. And I'm like, hey, I'm your roommate. I was like, do you by chance know where my bed's at? And he's like, oh yeah, bro, I got it right here. I'm like, what? And he was like, he's like, they didn't bring me my bed, so like I just been using yours if that's cool. I'm like, well, can I have it back? And he's like, yeah, I got you after this game. So he sits back down and keeps playing. And so I finished, like, we watched the game together, and then he helped me carry my bed back in, and then I washed the sheets and everything, and then I got my bed back. But yeah, that's how I met Cameron Lard.
Took your bed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Trying to think of so many other ones that would. Trying to think. Aiden, am I missing anybody?
Terrence Lewis.
Who? Terrence Lewis. Yes. What? Did Prom hate him?
It's hard to talk to T-Lou.
So nobody knows.
I don't know. I just like I don't want to talk crap about anybody. I just think that I think if Steve kind of gave up on him or kept putting so much effort into him, to be honest, that's what I kind of felt like was going on. Yeah. I mean, you mess up, that's just gonna happen. But I don't know. I just feel like he kind of gave up on him ever since I was there. So
I think that pretty much narrows down our list that we really theories.
T-Lou had all the talent in the world, though. Like, I mean, he was the best pickup player that we had. Like, if there was no structure and it was just 5-on-5 and there was no set plays or anything like that, like he would kill everyone.
Yeah, it just seemed like, I mean, from our standpoint, it's just like you could tell, like when he got to play, like this guy can have something if he could just have the time to do it. And then like he would have like a 6-minute run or whatever, and then you wouldn't see him for like 6 more games after that. It's just like doesn't make any sense.
They would give him a lot of shit for like not knowing the help side rules.
Oh, okay.
So it was more the defensive end for him.
And on the rotations and stuff kind of hurt.
Yeah, they would like we would. I wouldn't draw it up, but Steve would like draw up plays where Tila would be like the scout defense, and they would just back cut him because he like wouldn't look at his guy. But that was kind of the running gag for a while. Kind of sick, but.
Well, I'm gonna zoom up here in some questions real quick, and then we'll kind of get to wrapping this up. But I guess here's one. I guess for your guys this time, and all three of you. I mean, who was your biggest leader in the locker room? Obviously, some of you guys all had different players, and probably were different leaders at different times. But I mean,
depends.
Who are the namesakes? I guess at the leadership standpoint.
Tyrese, obviously, that's like an easy one. And then probably like last year, Ra was a big leader. Solo a little bit too when he said stuff.
He's a quiet guy. He's Kawhi Leonard.
Very quiet
leader for sure.
The first year though, I'd probably say it was Nick or Shayak.
Yeah. Especially by example, the way Shayak worked. I mean, the guy like shot every single day, like multiple times. He just worked his tail off too.
What about this past year? I mean, who was the guy that was the vocal leader and then like the quiet leader?
I would definitely say like Gabe, and even Isaiah for sure. I mean, like this team was just like there was like little to no ego on this team. I think that's what made us such a good team for sure.
Is Gabe going to be a mid-range king next year? Is that dude just going to go straight up mid-range and just go for 20 every night?
I hope he does. Yeah.
That clicked those games in the NCAA tournament. Is like, dude, you should have been doing this a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, it just gets a little tough in Big 12 play for sure. But
yeah,
when he's going like that, yeah, we were pretty hard to beat for sure.
Like that. I think it was Texas at home when he just kind of went apeshit for like the last 8 minutes of that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carter, is he coming back for sure?
I think so. I mean, I talked to him a little bit today, but I didn't even ask him about any of that. I'm just chatting with him. So I think he's coming back.
Jazz is back, right? He's coming back. That's really, I mean, we're just down to Gabe at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's rumors what Tristan Inaruno is going to do, I guess, but that's up to him, I suppose, at this point.
Yeah. If I were to guess, I don't think he'll be at Iowa State next year. That's most likely what will happen. But
yeah. Be a whole new turnover again, but I mean, that's like probably the name of the game of college basketball nowadays.
Almost is, yeah.
Just the way she rolls. Unless you get those NIL deals from Mountain Dew, keep you in place.
Can't be all beast like me, but yeah.
Well, Aiden, you got anything else? Anything? I mean, I don't see any other real questions other than people making fun of us. What's that?
Who was the most fun player you portrayed on the scout team?
I would say
Manic.
Really?
Did you have to like put on a fake beard to do it, or no?
No, it was just fun.
It's whenever like you got a player that would just shoot it all the time, so you're just like you were in there just like chucking, like going ISO moves. Yeah, those are always the funnest players to do.
Schuster was always the big man, though.
I would just get screwed, or they'd make me like. I remember we played Iowa, and I was McCaffrey.
Ouch!
And they're like, "Don't drive right." I was like,
"Don't shoot."
So when you had to play McCaffrey, I mean, did they tell you that you couldn't make a Sweet 16 either? Sorry.
They probably should have.
Yeah, that's you got to sign on this line that you can't make a Sweet 16.
What a loser, huh?
I always got the worst draws in scout team.
Well, it sounds like it. You got posterized a lot, and you were a McCaffrey once. I mean, I don't know if that could get any worse, honestly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, do I look like Jackson Hayes?
Nope.
Get the worst. Sheboy.
You had to be Oscar Sheboy.
Yes. Just name a 5-man. I was probably them. I was McCormick, I know that. Was I Doug Carter? Was I Azubuike?
I think so. I don't know.
Or did they bring an actual 5-man over to the scout team for that?
Oh, they might have put Marshall in there and said you're Azubuike.
Yeah, probably should have.
Worst fans on the road, and somebody said, "Please say West Virginia." I'm gonna guess it wasn't West Virginia.
Worst.
Who was?
What's your definition of worst?
Yeah,
I don't know, just assholes.
To the point where it's like not even funny. Just
I don't know. Like they would say some crazy shit, but I don't know. I would just laugh at it because like, what are you? I don't know. I'm gonna get offended like they saying I don't play. Okay, like good one, buddy.
Ouch! You're really hurting my feelings.
They'd read like your stats off, and you'd be like, I got that one multiple times. I don't know. I would say like I don't know. Hostile wise, I would say like Texas Tech, even like Oklahoma. There was like these dudes just like in the corner that like stood the whole game, and like they would like just harass people at the end of the bench. And he was there this year too. I saw him. There was some chubby dude in the jersey, and like all his friends are wearing this like these stupid outfits, and they would just chirp at you the whole game. The whole game. I remember him from past years too. He's like an older dude too. He's not like doesn't even look like a college student.
Just a grown man.
Yeah. I mean, also when we played at Creighton this year, like their student section, like that was also a crazy place to play. But like their student section was just so far away. I mean, you didn't hear most of it. But like when we ran in, like they were like throwing shit at us and yelling stuff.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's not very Midwestern-y of them. Fucking Omaha people.
Yeah, no kidding.
Damn.
Iowa was kind of freshman year. Iowa was pretty hostile, but that's because Mike and Pemsel got into a fight. So
Oh yeah.
the whole arena just kind of got into.
I wish him Jake would have hip tossed him or something.
He probably could have.
NFL legend Michael Jacobson.
Beast, man.
Late round fantasy pickup.
Dude, that is so. I mean, I know he played high school football and stuff like that and got scholarship offers, but like to play basketball, all college, disappear into like, you know, pros and overseas for a bit, and then all of a sudden, hey, I'm on the practice squad at the Seahawks, by the way. The most random path to do everything, just nuts.
Yeah.
And he's not a small dude by any means either. So I mean, he's got definitely the height to play NFL tight end, but
Yeah, he's honestly kind of bigger than what a normal tight end is, right? I mean, he's like 6'8".
Yeah. So I mean, he's taller. I mean, he's like I can't even think of a 6'9", 6'8" tight end that's even in the league right now.
Jimmy Graham.
Oh, there you go. Bears legend Jimmy Graham, you mean?
He sucked ass on the Packers, so
That's fine. We don't care if they suck on the Packers.
I do.
Yeah, now he's on the Colts practice squad. So
yeah, I remember I was like getting ready to play like a men's league softball game. I was like, dude, what the hell? Did you just get signed by the Seahawks? Like, yeah. I was like, that's all you gotta say? I'm doing the NFL thing now. Yeah, I'm having
take out Bobby Wagner first practice. Watch me.
That's why I left.
Yeah. Jacobson was there. I'm out. Need a cap space for Michael. So, well, I mean, Aiden, you got any more else? I mean, I don't see really anything else.
I don't think I got anything personally.
Just a bunch of people calling West Virginia assholes. Part of the course.
Well, they have to live in West Virginia, so
yeah, that's the worst. I mean, who's the asshole? Them, obviously.
Yeah, their players don't take too kindly to heckling on their way back to the locker room after they blow a big lead.
That's funny.
When you got a crazy man named Isaiah Brockington, anything's possible. West Virginia, recognize.
Damn right.
So, well, I mean, I think we could probably wrap this up, don't you think, Aiden?
Oh yeah, unless anyone has anything else to say.
Somebody check on Rasir and see if he's still alive.
His phone probably died. Oh, Rudy just texted me. Cam is playing in Mongolia.
I know. He texted me the whole time.
Damn, dude.
Oh,
Genghis Khan, Cam
Rudy.
Lard.
Not Rudy.
shout out Dolph, man.
Yeah, Rudy also told me to say that Creighton was the most hostile environment.
Shout out Dolph, man.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
I guess one thing that we could kind of touch on is, what do you guys think of Daniel Robinson getting a head coaching job?
I'm gonna see him twice a year.
Happy for him.
Yeah, happy for him. And Jenks will be playing him. Giving him buckets.
Hey, I'm coming to that game in Green Bay because that's a close drive for me.
Yeah, for sure. Do that.
I know he's been interviewing in the past because I know he interviewed at Ohio State when that job opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Not freshman year, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's been other places too because there's always jobs available.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a matter of time. And you could kind of tell the last 2 years that I was there that Steve was kind of like grooming him to be a head coach. Because they were always meeting. And I don't know, that could be part of being a head assistant, but it also felt more of like he's gonna be out of here soon. But yeah. He was our best scout coach for sure. What do you guys think?
Yeah, for sure.
Felt like we always played Baylor pretty good, Kansas pretty good. Those were the seasons of those.
I mean, it's probably obviously a pretty big hole for TJ to fill going forward. I mean, it sounds like that's why. I mean, the word is that he's gonna kind of take things slow just to make sure he gets the right hire done. So I mean, that alone tells you it's a big hole to fill.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is assistant coach Carter Boothe.
I don't know about that.
That was a fuck no.
And they throw Schuster in there.
I'll be just director of morale.
Is that the Caleb Presley role at North Carolina?
Yeah, that's the job I want. I'll make sure everyone gets to class. Everyone's happy.
Everyone needs one of those guys.
Damn right, hype guy.
It's great for recruiting. Someone's always taking care of you.
What do you mean? We got all the recruiting tactics we need. We got Hickory Park. That seems to be you just throw that out there for somebody to. Hey, we got Hickory Park. Come here.
Fuji Steakhouse, baby.
Hell yeah. Got ourselves a Texas Roadhouse right down the street from the stadium. No problem. You want margaritas? Boom, done.
All the bars are within a block walk of each other.
Yeah. Don't get too cold after a few drinks. All right. Well, I think we'll let you guys get back at her. Carter's got a few drinks to go slay. So, well, we appreciate you guys hopping on. Like I said, check on Rasir and make sure he's still his phone's charged.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Having me again. It's always fun.
And then thanks to our sponsor, Estar's Bar and Grill. Before we forget that, go get some tacos. Do it. Do it for the brand.
Estas will be there Friday.
Hell yeah.
All
right. Well, take her
For
away.
Carter
Aiden.
Boothe, Nate Jenkins, Nate Schuster, Matthias Schwarzkopf, I'm Aiden Wyatt. Go Cyclones.